Men who like to keep their morning routine simple will love these multi-for-him gummies, specially formulated with 12 key nutrients designed to support men's daily nutritional needs. Nature-made multi-for-him gummies help support muscle and bone health. It improves your immune health, and it increases your energy metabolism. With the quality you can trust, nature-made multi-for-him gummies have no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial sweeteners, and is gluten-free. Pharmacists around the world have recommended Nature Made to be the #1 vitamin and supplement brand. So when you need something that's going to help you get you through the day, when you need something that's going to increase your energy to help you get you through that workout, to make you perform as an elite athlete at the top of your ability, try Nature Made Multi-for-Him gummies, because you don't want to stop.
To the 12th round.
Welcome to the Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas and the Technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. Behold the church of the ghetto, feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress on gorgeous acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world, and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. My name is Brian Renegade. With me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, this man has a black hoodie on. If you see him walk up to your car, get in that bitch, lock the car door, and drive away. He will beat you up and throw your ass in the trash can. He is the green-eyed bandit, He fights people. Sometimes he fights people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop yo daddy ass. The one and only Roosevelt. What's happening?
Hey man, check this out. TikTok has a new feature right now. I'm live on TikTok. What up, TikTok? Right now, where you can add a little cheer. You hear that? You hear that? Can you hear it? Did you hear it?
I heard that. I don't know what it was.
You got a little clap, a little laughter. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna play around with this little thing right now because we live on TikTok, my man. What's going on, Brian?
Oh man, you know I'm blessed and highly favored, my brother. I thank you for asking, man. Listen, I'm excited because we have one of the hottest prospects in the country right now on the podcast. The last time that I saw this man, I was introduced to him as Trey Havoc, and he was wreaking havoc everywhere he stepped foot, whooping asses and taking names, stomping mud holes and drying. This man has been on a warpath, and he has now become even more dangerous. I'm going to let you do the due diligence, and please introduce our esteemed guest.
Absolutely. Listen, I mentioned this before. Whenever I see something in somebody, I put my hands on them in some kind of way. And Trey was one of those guys who has it. And everyone needs to know that he has it. When I first met him, he would drive 2 hours, maybe even longer, all the way to training, to come train with me with my crazy ass for a good 2 or 3 hours. Drive home in the middle of the night, damn near get home 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, just come back and be like, yo, I'll be back again. And I respected that. Like, I don't have many people that come back and say, yo, I'm coming back again. And he's one of those guys that said, I'm coming back again. And he did. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to sit back, relax, pull up a seat, pour a drink. And I want you guys to understand that we have one of the greatest talents out there in the world. And this is not a fluff. This is not no BS. This is real. One of the greatest talents out there in the world. You guys can be able to find out what his story is. You can listen about his background. Ladies and gentlemen, Treyvon Ali. What up, bro?
Y'all make me feel real good. Y'all got me right here in the fields. I was getting a little choked up.
Hey, you better not start no crying. Don't just start no crying.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for giving me the time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, before we got on, man, I said it looked like you collected all the Dragon Balls and just put them around your damn neck and wish them up wood.
What can I do?
Well, listen, I want to go ahead and jump into it, man. And usually I ask this question to everybody that comes on the show. I always get different answers. But Treyvon Ali, when did you fall in love with wrestling?
It was back in 2005, I want to say. I was flipping through the channels, and then I saw it was The Undertaker's entrance. And I was like, I don't know what this is, so I flipped it. And then I flipped back, because I was like, I don't know what this is, but I want to find out. It was The Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy. And I sat there and I watched that match, and I watched the rest of the show. And after it went off, I spent the next 7 days trying to find it again until it was that next Monday, and I found it, and I was hooked ever since. And from there, I found TNA back when it was the 6-sided ring. Watching Round the Truth Killings, watching Beer Money, and just watching all that, and just growing up and watching it, it just stuck with me. And I was like, there's nothing else that I really want to do. There's nothing that makes me feel the way that wrestling feels.
Oh man, did you play any sports in like school growing up? Any?
I wrestled.
See, it was a natural, easy transfer. You know what I'm saying? That was a good turnover. Did any of your amateur wrestling skills, do you use any of those now in your professional wrestling career?
Oh, of course. One of the biggest things in amateur wrestling is popping the hips, getting low, and make sure you get that explosiveness. So now, whenever I do my suplexes and my power bombs or any like power moves, basic like that, pop the hips. It makes the move more explosive. It makes it more impactful. So, and it's a lot less on my back. So that's like all over. It's all over any of my wrestling moves. Just making sure it's as effective, impactful, and harms my body the least. So I keep doing this.
Okay. So what was your wrestling record before you transitioned into professional wrestling?
It was all right. It wasn't like crazy. I didn't really. I was more focused on the cutting weight and being at my 170 versus building muscle and making sure I was strong enough for it. So, I mean, I think I finished maybe in my senior year, I was probably like 15-12. Like it was not great by any stretch of the imagination, but
you won 15. Yeah.
I won more than I lost. That's
there you go.
What made you decide to do wrestling in school?
Professional wrestling.
Okay.
They said, "Oh, we do wrestling," and I was like, "Really?" So then they're going to the practice, and I'm like, "Where's the ring? Where are the ropes?" Like, "Oh no, here's the mat," and I was like, "This isn't what I see on TV," but I did it. I did it, and I loved that too. Just not as much as I love professional wrestling.
Okay. Did you ever feel like you ever wanted to do anything else besides professional wrestling, like any other sport?
No, there was literally nothing else that I ever wanted to do. That goes sport wise, that's occupation wise. There's literally nothing I've ever wanted to do as much as I want to wrestle.
Let's talk about your early start of your career. Where did you start training, and how long did it take you to get acquainted with the world of professional wrestling, taking the bumps and learning the ropes?
So I started my first ever independent show. Everything I start was 2015. I used to work at Food Lion, right? I used to walk from school, and I worked at the Food Lion down the road. And there was a guy who came in one day, and he was one of my regulars, but he came in and he had on a shirt that said Modern Day Warriors Wrestling. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I like pro wrestling. And I was thinking it was just like a fan t-shirt. And he was like, oh no, he's like, I wrestle for this show. I was like, where at? He was like, up in I live in Wilmington, so it was a town in Leland. And he's like, oh, it's like 30 minutes from here. I was like, oh, cool. So he got me in touch with the owner, had me come out, help set up the ring. Some of the guys there showed me like how to bump, how to get in the ring, get out of the ring, and everything like that. And it was my birthday. So I just turned 18, and one of the guys that was there, his name's Tony Chase. He comes up to me as I was sitting down, and he goes, so I heard it's your birthday. I was like, yeah, I just turned 18. He's like, I got a spot for you. I was like, okay, cool, awesome. He's like, you're gonna be security. I'm gonna hit you with a chair and I'm gonna beat you up. And I was like, you're gonna hit me with a chair? He's like, yeah, it'll be fine. You'll barely feel it. So I'm sitting there later on in the show, and I'm working security, and I can hear the fans like, turn around. And of course, I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. I feel the impact of the chair, and then it's black. It's black until I get in the ring. And I'm like, what happened? I feel the back, and the part of the chair hit me right at the base of my skull. So it knocked me out. So the guy was like, so Tony was like, you good? Are you okay? Everything? I was like, I love that. Can we do it again?
Something ain't right with you, man.
Hey.
It's
So
like,
I
I
kept
almost blacked out. Can we do that one more time?
that. It was so much fun. Like, yeah, it hurt. It sucked. It was so much fun, and I just
Oh,
kept going. I kept training, and then I met his name was James the Beast Beasley. He was one of the wrestlers over there, and you know, wrestling etiquette tells you to shake everybody's hand and introduce yourself. So whenever I would go to shake his hand, he kind of gave me the whatever. And he did that for a few months. And I was like, what's that? What's that guy's deal or whatever? And they were like, he's just James. Like, that's just who he is. He's been around the game for a long time. He doesn't really mess with anybody, keeps to himself. So, but he's like, if you can get him to train you, you'll be set. So that was my goal. I was like, I'm gonna get that guy to train me. So I asked him like, hey, will you train me? Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. And then I'd go like I give it another month or two. Like, hey, will you train me? Yeah, we'll see, whatever. So finally, after about 6 months of that and of being around and working in the ring and helping set up, helping tear down, and everything, I leave. He gives me a handshake, and I'm like, oh, awesome, cool. So I'm in there. Then he texts me, or he Facebook messages me a little bit later, and he's like, he sends me his address, and he's like, be here Saturday at 5. So I go. He had a ring set up in his backyard, and he wore my ass out. he wore me out. And he taught me different holds, taught me how to work, and then he really helped me out. He was like, the only reason you're in my backyard is because I see something in you. He's like, if I didn't see anything in you, you wouldn't be here. So, he was just a really, really great guy. He passed back in 2019, 21.
Yeah.
I would say 2021. But dude was fantastic.
Yeah, shout out to Beast, man. Rest in peace forever, for real.
Yes.
absolutely, man. We got some fan comments out here. Let's see right here. Trayvon's the best.
Thank
You
you,
know what I'm
Taylor.
saying? Yeah. Trey is a menace. He's not responsible for his actions once the bell rings.
Yes, I am.
Uh,
Yes, I am. I'm completely responsible. I did all of that.
Man. Over on Instagram, the absolute best, greatest of all time. The fans and people that watch you really resonate with your performance in the ring. And I know the first few times that I saw you, man, I was like, I believe this kid. Like, I believe when he goes in this ring, he is going to whoop somebody's ass. And that is, for some people in wrestling, they never get to that point. But it seems like you naturally kind of like pick that up. How long did it take you to find your personality in the wrestling ring?
Oh, what's today? Today's Wednesday, right?
Mhm.
5 minutes ago. So I'm constantly. It's a constant evolution. It's a constant change. Like, I could tell you, 5 years ago, I thought I was that guy. When I met Vic and I trained with Vic, or I'm sorry, when I trained with Roosevelt, I was like, oh, this is it. I'm that guy. Because Roosevelt gave me so much and and helped me so much, so I was like, this is it. This is the finishing that I needed. But finding who I am now and the name change and everything really put a lot of things in perspective, to where I think the full evolution of what and who the Black Diamond Treyvon Ali is really came to its full blossom or full maturity this past weekend.
Mm.
It was just I had two matches. One with this he's from school up here called Firestar Pro Wrestling. His name's Chris Young, and the other match I had was Gabriel Kai. He's out of Virginia, but I had those two matches, and for some reason, just everything clicked. Everything clicked. The spots, the character work, the just me being who I am. It all just came out, and it came out not. It wasn't something that was forced. It wasn't something that I was trying to be. It just was. And the fans, they felt that, and they were with me the entire time for both matches. And it was a light bulb that flipped off. It was like, this is what I do. This is who I am. I am the best. That's it. Like, I know there's the Roman Reigns clip is going from the interview where he's like, you all had a chance until I wake up or until I woke up. That was me waking up.
I love that. Like I say, I think that the first couple of times that I saw you in the ring, man, I was like, yeah, this kid definitely has something. And it seems like each time that you are in the ring, you get better. You know what I'm saying? So hats off to that, man, and your progression, man. I know you're going to do some big things this year, and I'm excited to see it. What poised you to do the whole character change from Trey Havoc, who was wreaking havoc on everybody, to Treyvon Ali? I think the way I look at it is like Trey Havoc was this menace on the streets that went to jail, and then he met up with a bunch of Muslims, and then he became Treyvon Ali. So he's still just as dangerous, but now he like mentally he can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He has a lot more tools in the bag. Is that a good representation of the character?
So I'll give you a little bit of backstory. So when I first found out that I was going to that it was called DSCW, that's the first place that I ever did anything. When I first found out I was going there, me and my roommate at the time, because he knew that I'd want to do this my whole life. So I was like, hey, I'm going to this place. I'm going to learn how to wrestle. I need a gimmick. I need a character. So we came up with the Apocalypse Trey Havoc. And he was going to be this dark, broody, just powerhouse. But the problem is, I'm not dark or broody. I smile more than I frown. So, like, it just didn't work. So I kept the Trey Havoc part, but then I didn't do the Apocalypse part. And then the guy that made my first set of gear, he was like, hey, I got a character idea for you. Mr. 24 Karat. He's like, because, you know, whenever you do something, you get, like, really showy. And I was like, yeah, I can make that work. And I'd have my grandma, me and her always bonded over gold because she was a very elegant woman. So, like, she had a bunch of gold around the house. I used to love gold because of her. So I was like, oh, I can use that as the attachment. So that's where Mr. 24 Karat Trey Havoc came in. But it felt like for the entire time that I was Mr. 24 Karat Trey Havoc, I was trying to fill what I think that should be. And it was a battle of me trying to be this or me trying to fit into this and other people telling me what this should be and it not gelling with, and all of that just not gelling, not meshing. And then I talked to, he's my wrestling dad. His name's Ali Steele, leader of Gorilla Squad. I talked to him and he had a gimmick back in the day when he used to, he had a feud with the Diamond, Casey McKnight, and he was the Black Diamond, Ali Steele. And I just asked him, I was like, would you mind if I used that? Because I feel like the Black Diamond would be a natural progression from 24 Karat. And then he gave me his blessing to use that. And the Treyvon Ali, Treyvon is my actual name, and then Ali is homage to Ali Steele. So
shout out to Ali Steele and the Gorilla Squad, man.
Absolutely.
Like, they are definitely a dynamic in the professional wrestling business. They were the one guys that saw something in me when I first started wrestling in North Carolina and pulled me aside, was like, yo, man, you don't need to be with this particular group of people or doing this. Like, you got it. And they introduced me to C.W. Anderson. And for a long time when I first started, I wanted to be a part of the Gorilla Squad. And Ali was like, for what? And I said, why not, man? Like, y'all are the Gorilla Squad. Like, I want to be. He was like, you don't need us. You've been doing your thing for a long time. You don't need us. So let's go out there and just, be Mr. Everything. And that was before the transition of Roosevelt. Let's talk about the beads around your neck, or the representation of that. Like, what is that about?
These were bestowed to me by O'Shea Edwards. You know, Joe Black, O'Shea, Alex Kane, they all wear these. These are a symbol of acceptance. They're a symbol of you've worked, you've done it, you are of a certain pantheon. And when I first saw these and saw what they represented, I was probably like 2020, 2021 maybe. But seeing these starting to get handed out and seeing them starting to be, sorry, I'm getting a little fuzzy, but this was always a goal of mine. And I wrestled Joe Black back in 2023, and he was like, if I had him, you'd have him. If I had a pair for you, you'd have him. So I didn't get him. And then I wrestled O'Shea. And then Joe Black bestowed the honor of giving out the beads to O'Shea. And I was like, O'Shea, I know I'm not supposed to ask. How do I get these? He was like, you have to earn them. You have to work harder than everybody else. I have to see in you that you are the next guy. He's like, that's what I have to see. He's like, you're good. You're on the right track, but I don't see that yet. So I worked, I grinded. I got to be the best that I could. Then we had our match at UPW in December. I won. I did win. It was a roll up, but you know what? I won. And afterwards, I get to the locker room. He comes at me, and I'm thinking he's mad. He brings over Tim. He brings over Jackson Drake. He brings over Merrick. And he hands these to me. He tells me that I earned them. And I cried. I don't care. Because these are a symbol that these
They
are
was
symbol
thug tears. They was thug tears. That's what
yeah, absolutely. Because these were a symbol of validation for me. These are a symbol that you are on the right track, and you have people in your corner that will vouch for you. And I always knew I had that, but it was validation that I needed. If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you already taken them off and knocked somebody ass out with them yet? Just
Absolutely not. These are sacred, man. I'm very selective of who I let touch them.
So that's the black version of the Ulafala.
Yes, yeah, we can.
Okay,
we can say that.
we here. All right, I get it.
There's much different lore in the two, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, awesome, man. And I think that says a lot for them brothers to have faith in you that you can carry on that lineage of what they're trying to do, man. And I think that's awesome. I think that you're a great representation of that. So once you just get some different colors. You know what I'm saying? I want some now. Shit. I just want to wear them butt naked around the house. I'm like, come here, baby.
Quick question for you, because they're so prestigious, right? And they have a very strong lineage with all the guys that you mentioned. If you had the opportunity to pass on some beads to someone, who would it be?
there's a kid in North Carolina, and I've talked to him a few times. I've wrestled him a couple times. His name's Jakami Henry. He's young. He's only been doing it for like a couple years, but his promo work is for how long he's been doing it, some of the best I've seen for that year, for being that early in, and he's got the same mentality that I do, where we just think so much alike as far as wrestling in general, that like if I had the opportunity to give somebody to be that to give these to somebody, it would be him. When he is ready, he's going to be somebody special.
Awesome. Where does your mind go when you get ready to step in the ring, or when you get ready to do a promo? Like what is the transition between, all right, this is me in regular life, this is me inside the ring?
So that's a bit of a problem because over the years, especially now, Treyvon Ali is more. You get more Treyvon Ali than you do just Trey. At this point, the only people that see Trey is my wife, like wife and close friends. Treyvon Ali is basically like here, because Treyvon Ali is the best, hands down. The Treyvon Ali is. Y'all were never giving Trey Havoc a chance, and now Treyvon Ali has to come and take it, and that's just what it is, because you had the option. I gave you the option for years, but now Treyvon Ali has to come, and you don't have the option anymore. So just it's that ego, it's that chip on the shoulder, it's that I can't be nice to y'all no more. I was being nice. I was being nice by letting you guys have a choice, and now that choice is gone because y'all didn't make the right one.
So now you must be punished by the Black Diamond.
Now I got to do what I got to do. Now it is what it is at this point, and I don't feel bad because it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
When I gave you the chance, when I gave you the opportunity, you didn't want to give it to me, but now I have to take it, and you want to make it seem like I'm the bad guy, but I'm not. I'm just done being nice. I'm done being nice. I'm done asking. I'm gonna just take it.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you're saying, I was reaching my hand out for an opportunity. Now I'm reaching my hand out to just take shit from you.
Yeah. Exactly what it is.
That's deep.
I like that.
Yeah, that's deep. I love that. So, do you think how has the crowd been interacting with Treyvon Ali?
So I know they feel the switch. I could feel it in the room. I could feel it I could feel it in the crowd that there's a different feel, especially crowds that knew Trey Havoc and now they're seeing Treyvon Ali. Because last Saturday, there's all these little kids who will come to slap Trey Havoc's hand. They love Trey Havoc because Trey Havoc's all nice and smiley and whatever, and he wants to make sure everybody's in and having a good time. Treyvon Ali doesn't really care. He wants you to, but at the same time, he's got his own shit going on. He really doesn't care if you're having a good time or not. And one of the little girls who would normally come to slap my hand saw me, got scared, and ran back to her mom. So it's something where it's definitely something that's being felt. It's something that's going to take some getting used to by the crowd as far as who I'm there for. But at the end of the day, I'm there for me now. Like y'all are along for the ride. I appreciate every single one of you that comes and buys a ticket to watch me wrestle. But right now, I got to do this for me.
Absolutely. You participated in the Hyperdrive tournament, which was a tournament that we put on last year, and it was a very different type of match because it included rounds, and you had to stay in the ring, and you definitely made your presence felt throughout that whole entire tournament, from the match that you had with Stephen Meeks to the devastating beatdown you put on AC Divine, and then ultimately you got to the finals, man, um, where you faced
Dave Brown.
yeah, Blade Brown, and that was an epic battle that you two put on, man. And so when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, this kid got something. he, he is truth, man." Talk about the independent scene in North Carolina, man, and some of the people that you've had the pleasure to stand in the ring with. Yeah.
There used to be this guy. I don't know where he went at. His name was Victor Andrews. I got the pleasure to wrestle Rose back in 2023 when I was the next level heavyweight champion. Which was something that was very cathartic for me, something that was very full circle, because like I said, Rose started my finishing. Like, he basically, none of this would be here if it wasn't for me meeting C-Dub and meeting Rose and just like refining who I was as a professional wrestler. So being able to then use that and wrestle him at the time I was the best I'd ever been, was very great. Wrestling Bojack not once but twice in 2024 and 2023. That was because he's one of my best friends. Being able to do that, just being in the ring with people who were my idols, were people that I looked up to, and now they're my peers. And being able to hang, and not only just hang and like hang in there, but to be able to thrive and show that I do belong. Because there used to be a time where I was like, I hope I don't mess this up. I hope that I can go in here and perform to where they like me and they don't think that I suck. But
Right.
now it's a mentality of, I'm gonna go in here, and if you do not come to my level, then I will eat you alive. Like, so being able to have that switch flipped and to be able to wrestle people who have been all over the world, like O'Shea. I've wrestled O'Shea twice now. He's become one of like my mentors, one of my guys that I go to. And being able to wrestle Tim, someone that he was part of one of the first big matches I'd ever seen. When I did security for IWE in Augusta, Georgia. It was him and White Mike versus the Ugly Ducklings versus international superstars. And to be able to get in the ring with Tim after that and be able to thrive and be in a place where I feel like I belong it means so much to me. I was telling my wife so at Newborn Wrestling in Knightdale, North Carolina, I'm going to be wrestling Joe Black, Tim, and O'Shea Edwards. And looking at that match graphic is just so weird for me because, yeah, that one. It's so weird for me because I've got Joe Black, who is the boogeyman of the Southeast. We've got Tim, who's PWI ranked multiple times over. O'Shea, who's on MLW, who's on Ring of Honor, PWI ranked. It's weird seeing where I came from and to where I'm at currently, being able to wrestle these people that were in magazines and were on TV a few years ago to me.
Well, you ain't no slouch either right now. I believe you're the ACW champion. Am
Yes,
I correct
sir.
in saying that? Oh man. I like to know what your mind frame is now that you are a champion. How is it being a champion?
I'm always a champion. I'm a champion
Boy,
when I
you
wake
better
up in
say
the
that
morning.
shit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm
I
always a
got hype when
champion,
you
baby.
said that. You know what I'm
I'm a
saying?
champion when I wake up in the morning. I'm a champion when I go to sleep. I'm a champion in my dreams. See
Absolutely.
that, and that's the promoter for ACW. He told me the other day. He's like, I don't know what it is, but the title feels different when it's on you. And I said, yeah, because that's what I want. I am prestigious. I am a champion. I don't need the gold. I don't need the gold. I don't need the gold to be a champion
Mhm.
because I carry myself as a champion. When I walk into there, I want the fans and I want the wrestlers to know that when I walk into that locker room, I am the best. I'm the best in this building now because whoever was second best, you're great. I'm in this building now. I'm the best you got. I'm in this building now. I'm gonna have match of the night.
Let's double back to the Hyperdrive tournament. Let's talk about that. How did you feel going into that with the dynamic of there's 3 rounds, there's time limits in each round. The situation is different where you can be pinfall, knockout, submission, forfeiture. Talk about your mindset going into a match like that.
So it was a situation where it was different. It was something that I hadn't done. I won't say it's something I hadn't done before. It was definitely something where I had to go back into my amateur wrestling roots, and because that we'd have rounds, we have 30-second rests, so it definitely brought me back to that place to wanting, because I'm a bigger guy, wanting to go ahead and try to get it done as early as I could to go and preserve my energy, preserve my cardiovascular, you know. But then I'm also like, I train with Rose. My cardio is fine. So it was definitely. I won't say it was a fish out of water situation because I try to be very adaptable. I try to be able to adapt to any situation that I'm in. But it was definitely different. It was definitely fun, and it was definitely something I want to do again.
Oh,
Well,
man,
stay tuned. We're gonna make that happen.
yeah, we're gonna make that happen. Yeah, I got you, Playboy. I got you. Oh man, what are some of your aspirations within the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
I just want to, and this is a very boring answer. I'm sorry. I just want to continue to improve, continue to build upon what I have, add some more states to my list. I want to be on TV at least one time.
Hmm.
My biggest thing that I've always said is I want to make a living off of this. I want this to be the only thing that I do to provide for my family and to live comfortably just doing what I love. So if I can be 2 steps closer to doing that, I'll be happy. I do absolutely want to be PWI ranked. Just as a little feather in the cap for me. I've already been BWI ranked twice. That is the Black Wrestling Illustrated. But just getting more recognition, getting better, building on what I have, and just growing my name, my brand, and like I said, hopefully being on TV at some point.
Nice.
Do you care where you go? As long as it's on TV, it don't matter
I don't
what
care
major
where I go.
company. Okay, all right.
I've got friends in all of them. I don't care where I go.
Real quick, talk about friendship in professional wrestling, and that's a thing that's been thrown around a lot where people say, "Oh, I got friends in wrestling," but at some point you got to cross over your friends just to get to the next step. Talk about what it's like being able to step in the ring with someone, like you said, Bojack is one of your best friends. Step in the ring with them versus someone you've just met as of today, and the full dynamic of what it's like being in a ring with someone that you've been a friend with for a very long time.
So There's so with me and Bojack, there's like I said, he's one of our best friends. We think very similarly. We like to be like, we like to say that we're the same person because like we think so similarly about things. And we have the same philosophy about a lot of things. We work a lot alike in some aspects. Um, but there's that competitive edge of who is better. And I know Bojack thinks it's him. I know for a fact he thinks it's him. You know, and because look at Bojack's success. So I know Bojack thinks it's him, but I also think it's me because of everything that I've gone through to get where I'm at. I think, I'm the better of the two. Right now we're 1-1. So that doesn't help our situation. But another one of my best friends is Jack Tatum. And Jack Tatum is a lot more along the lines of we have both come from the same place. We have both risen up the ranks to be where we're at now. And again, he thinks that he's better than me. I think that I'm better than him. And we will always have that little back and forth of, okay, well, you beat me. Okay, well, I beat you. Okay, well, I came to this promotion first and I brought you here. Okay, well, now you're at this promotion and you're bringing me there. It's always, and that's my thing with having friends in professional wrestling is you have somebody, like I said, like with Bojack, like with Jack Tatum, is you have people that help you get. If they're higher than you, they're going to bring their hand down to lift you up to get you there. If I'm somewhere higher, I'm going to bring my hand down and I'm going to bring my friends with me because I know how great they are. I'm going to make sure that they get seen the way that they need to. In the same way, they're going to make sure that I get seen the way I need to because that's what friendship is. It's about helping your friends. It's about being there for your friends. And the old like, oh, there are no friends in this business is wrong. The only reason that I've seen a monicum of the success that I've had since the like 2020, 2021 is because of my friends being around me, wanting me to be the best that I can be, and wanting me to get better and be seen by different places.
Very nice. Very nice.
Like you, Vic, we've gone to Alabama. You're my first Alabama trip. We were supposed to go to Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are my friend. You want to see me succeed just as much as I want to see you succeed.
And we will succeed because we have it in us. And there's no doubt that whatever we put our hands on is going to, as you say, bloom and flourish because it has no other choice. We're going to put that energy into it.
Absolutely.
So where can one pick up one of those Black Diamond Ali shirts and hoodies from?
This right here. So I've got a couple. All right. So I've got the Black Diamond Ali here. This is on Bad Pants Media. This is a Bad Pants exclusive. I've also got a Black Diamond Treyvon Ali shirt, customized, designed by my wife. It is on the Goon Squad website. That is the website ran by Bojack, Tyler Guapo, those guys over there. It's another content creation team. So I've got 2 sites, and they will be coming to merch tables soon. As soon as I can find somebody that won't kill me to make them.
Good luck with that. Ain't nothing but
Now one thing that we do like to do here is I know that wrestlers, they have a very crazy schedule and their loved ones are just a part of their schedule and their wrestling life as they are. And you mentioned your beautiful wife twice, man. Let's talk about wifey real quick, man. Does she enjoy watching you wrestle? And is she a support system for your journey?
She is a huge support system for me. Like I said, along with my friends, I would not be anywhere near where I'm at right now without her. She was the first person I went to Georgia with. When me and Rose went to Alabama, she was in the back seat, sleep, but she was in the back seat. There, when I went to Indiana and wrestled for Nap, she was right there. When I went to New Jersey, when we left the show Friday night and drove from that show to New Jersey to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I could do a seminar. She drove halfway. She's been there for all of my biggest successes. She's been there for some of my lowest lows. She's the one to tell me, like, hey, this is a step back. Hey, this is what you need to be doing. She designs all my merch. She designs all of my tights. She is a huge support system for me, but she does not like wrestling. So I had a match back in 2022 with Donnie Ray, and up until this past weekend, it was one of my best matches. And there was a part in there where, from my knees, I gave him a body slam. Coming up from my knees, gave him a body slam, turned that around into a standing moonsault. Crowd goes crazy. And in the commentary, you can hear the crowd's on their feet, losing their minds, except for Trey's wife. She's on her phone.
I'm not impressed. Go watch the damn dishes. I'll be impressed. That's how she was.
she's like, I see you do this all the time. It doesn't matter to me. And I'm like, all right.
That's awesome, man, that you got that support.
My wife is my biggest supporter, but she keeps me humble. I will tell you that.
She does. And I've seen it. I can attest to that. She does. And shout out to Kelly, man. Like, she's very strong with the support and believing in everything that you do. It's been many a times where we've been at a show and she would come to me while you were in the locker room. She was like, Trey needs this, or Trey's been beating himself up about this, or I'm like, hey, how's Trey? Going crazy. Like, he's been training like he ain't got no daggone. Come get him. And she would have said, come get him. Like, if he don't start acting up, acting right, I'm gonna call you to come get him. I'm like, all right, yeah, just call me. And she would either say he's either gonna like it or he's gonna hate it. Like, there's no in between. It's like, oh, you call Roosevelt on me for real? Like, you call Roosevelt? What do you say? So, shout out to the wife, man. Like, she's dope.
Yeah, man. We always like to have wrestlers kind of shout out their partners, man, because we understand that this industry is not an easy one, and the support system that you get can either be your inspiration or it can be your driving force if you don't have one. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the Treyvon Ali character kind of has that driving force of like, all right, y'all played with my name, y'all took my kindness for weakness. Here I am. So I love this new emergence of your character, man. And shout out to Wifey for holding you down, man, because it's not an easy job, but somebody got to do it. She chose to pick up the reins. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Wifey.
I'll tell you real quick. So one of the first questions I asked her when we started dating, I was like, hey, and this is funny. So I was like, hey, just in the off chance, I have to go to California, or I have to go, somewhere, or if I have to go across to Japan, because one of my dreams is to go to Japan. I'm like, if I were to do that, like, what would you do? Like, would you come with me or would you stay here? She's like, I go where you go. Fast forward, we were coming back from Alabama. No, we were coming back from Georgia on a Sunday night, and we both had to work in the morning. and she is complaining. And I was like, "What happened to? I go where you go." She's like, "I know we were gonna be doing shit like this." So I know you're gonna be popping like this when I said that. We were only doing like one show a month back then. I know you're gonna be doing this like twice a weekend, every weekend. I was like, I don't know what to say. I tried to warn you.
I tried to tell you. You ain't gonna take it.
And I remember those late nights when you would come to training and she would ride with you, and if it was in the winter time and be in that barn freezing, or if it's the summertime and y'all being there burning up, and I'm sitting back looking at y'all like, what's wrong with y'all? She would always be down, man. Like she was like, well, we see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Definitely big shout out to her, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. So just for everybody out there, man, find you a good support system, man. That'll push you further than you can go by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Mrs. Ali. I don't know, but Mrs. Black Diamond. Yeah, yeah, straight up. Well, look, man, we got this segment on the show, man, where we kind of test your chops a little bit. And I know you got the gift of gab. But before you got on the show, Roosevelt said some disparaging things about you. I ain't want to tell you, what I'm saying, to you right now. But he said some unsavory things about you, sir. So I want you to do this promo battle against Roosevelt, man. And just say the most hateful things that you can conjure up in your mind towards Roosevelt. You're gonna go head to head. This is called Best Damn Promos. Roosevelt, you want first, man, so you can kind of lay the foundation, lay the track for Ali.
I want Ali to go up there and tell me what he got to say, man. Let's see what you got to get it off your chest. Let's see what you got to say.
See, I'm a guest. I'm a guest on the show, so you gotta show me what this is all about.
Okay, not a problem. I like the challenge. I like to shout out.
Squabble up. All right. Beautiful people, prepare yourself. We are going to war. All right, Roosevelt, it's on you.
Let me ask you a question, Trayvon. Do you know what it's like living in a world that you feel like is made of glass? Being so particular, being so careful that you don't break anything or break anyone, that you got to hold all your power and all your energy back. But when I look at you, you know what I notice? Is that you can take it, can't you? You see, the next time you and I step in the ring, we will have the very rare opportunity for me to truly cut loose, for me to show you and the rest of the world that I truly am Roosevelt and I like to fight. You see, Trey, the opportunities that we've had in the ring before would be nothing in comparison to what will happen in the future. I've gotten to that point of my life where I'm no longer holding back. I can be the eater of worlds. I can be the destroyer of universes. But one thing that you will always know is that I will always be Roosevelt. And you will find out firsthand, just like everyone else that lays in my past, is that I like to fight. You're on mute, Brian. I don't know. You don't.
Oh, all right. Roosevelt said he liked to fight. Oh, man. Black Diamond Ali, go ahead. It's up to you, sir, to destroy this man.
Roosevelt Congress, my guy. See, you and I go back like what, 4 flats on the Cadillac, and I love you. I want you to know that. But these constraints that you're talking about, I've never cared about the world. I've never cared about glass. I don't care about the path of destruction that I leave behind me because that's what I do for fun. See, Rose, you have been holding back. I have been moving forward. In order to be the very best definition of the Black Diamond, the very best definition of Treyvon Ali is standing in front of you right now. And I need you to understand that holding back does not work when it comes to Treyvon Ali. Because when you hold back, you get eaten alive, you get swallowed whole, and that's what I am. I am the swallower of the inferior. And I know you're not inferior, Rose, so I need you to step up to the level that I am now, or you will get left behind.
Cool. Kind of cold chill all throughout my body.
The stutter was this.
Oh man. You like to fight? Well, Trayvon likes to destroy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, I'm honestly, I am very, very proud of you, man. Like I tell you all the time when I see you, I'm very proud of you. I knew it. I knew it from the first moment I saw you. I knew it from the first moment I put my hands on you. I knew it from the first moment you came to that wrestling ring. It was like, yo, I want to train. And you never quit. No matter how much it hurt, you didn't quit. And even to this day, you still don't quit. So I look forward to an opportunity to get in the ring with you again, because now we go to the next level of things. There's some things that, like I said, I've been holding back for a lot of people, but I'm going to show you something different. And I know you can take it. And I know you'll be able to take it and pass it on. You know, it comes to a point where everyone on this planet, especially in professional wrestling, where we find that we have to start passing things on in order to live forever. You know, you can't take all your talents and all your knowledge with you and die with it. You have to pass it on in order to immortalize yourself. So I'm doing that to you, and I'm entrusting you to be able to pass it on and tell the story to the next generation. Proud of you, bro.
Thank you. That's literally, I just want to be in a place where I can help people. I want to be what I didn't have until like later on in my career. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to, for people to go, that's Trey. Go ask him. He knows everything. Mm-hmm. Go ask him. Go talk to him. Go let him. Like, I've got students from PWF, CWA who are like, Trey, can you mentor me? Trey, can you give me advice? Trey, can you do this? And it's like, I don't feel like I'm there, but to be able to help people and be that hand for them is all I really want to do now.
And speaking of students, one of the ones that you do that for is Aaron. So shout out to Aaron. He's one of those guys, again, that when I saw him, I was like, yo, this dude got something. I'm going to put my hands on him. Mm-hmm. And without even knowing or just how the universe works, you were able to step in and put your hands on him. You know what I'm saying? And kind of guide him. So talk about, you know, training someone or being a mentor to someone like that and what that does for you and what it does for him.
Aaron, and I'll say to a lesser degree Cal, but also Cal. I'll say to a lesser degree Cal because Cal is been doing this longer than I have. Calibus Lloyd, if you don't know, Calibus Kingston and Aaron Cox. They're my stable mates in the path. And I know they hate me because I am very hard on them because I know how great they can be. I know I see the potential, and I want them to realize that potential. So I'm very hard on them. That is one thing that I will say when it comes to me and people that I see something in. I'm going to get that out of you. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to get that out of you because I'm not going to allow you to shortchange yourself. Rose did not allow me to shortchange myself. I'm not going to allow anybody to shortchange themselves when I see the potential that you have.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Black Diamond is for me, is a symbol of transfiguration, transformation, elevation, just becoming something new, becoming the best version of yourself. And I try to do that with, like, I'll give a shout out to August Fears. He's been doing this maybe 3 years, 2 to 3 years, I'll give him. And he's gotten so good in the past 6 months to where he's probably one of the best talents in North Carolina up and coming. Because I won't allow him to shortchange himself. And he's got the passion, he's got the fire, he's got the motivation to be so good. Him and his tag partner, Ricky Hendricks. I give him guidance wherever I can. Same thing with Jakami Henry. It's like, I give you guidance, I give you the motivation, I answer questions, I'm here for advice, but I will not let you underestimate yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. And you listen, I think that at any point, whether you are a beginner or whether you are a veteran in the game, you can always give people advice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of veterans look to the younger guys to see what is it that I can do to make my character more fresh and to connect with this new generation of wrestlers. And the younger guys are always looking for what can I do to improve myself or get myself to that next level. So you don't have to be in have a certain pedigree to be able to give advice to certain people. And I think that you're in that in between where you're like a young veteran. You know what I'm saying? You can marry the best of both worlds, man. And I am so excited to see what you do this year and next year, man. And you're definitely going to be on that PWI list coming soon. Because if they don't know, they about to find out. You know what I'm saying? They about to find out. Oh, man. Real quick. And Roosevelt, I know you want them beads, man. I know you want to put some beads around your neck, but you're not worthy yet. So you can go on Amazon and get you some anal beads and you can hang them around your neck. That'll work too.
Hey, yo.
Sir, it don't work like that.
Yo, that's a big pause. Like, hey, yo.
Sir, it don't work like that. What are you doing?
Yeah, you got to earn the black Ula follower. Yeah. You got to earn that. Oh man, listen. We like to give a little word of advice, a little motivation at the end of each show, man. And I know that you have been dropping jewels this whole entire podcast. But Treyvon Ali, do you have a final word or word of advice for the beautiful people?
I dropped so many of them. I blew my load in this podcast. Let me think. I'll give you this right here because this is what I live by even now. No matter, because I'm almost 10 years in, and I still live by this. You have 2 ears, you have 1 mouth. Shut the fuck up and listen.
Best advice you can get. That's old school right there. Yeah. Somebody old gave you that one. It was somebody grandpa, somebody uncle. They gave you that advice right there. Yeah, that's old school.
I'll tell you, Nate Roberts, at DSCW, day 1, said you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Shut the fuck up and listen. And if there is nothing else that I've taken with me for 8 years, is you got 2 years, 1 mouth, shut the fuck up. Because I started in 2017, or no, I'm sorry, I started in 2015. I had my first match in 2017, but it was so much different. It was so different then compared to now, because you had to fight your way in here. And I know it was different 10 years before that, but you had to fight your way into this business. Mm-hmm. Nobody was being like, hey, come to my school and I'll teach you all of our stuff and then you can go out and be good or be shit, doesn't matter. You had to fight your way into this, and it gives you such a deeper respect and admiration for it. So when that's whenever kids ask me or they come up to me like, hey, what's some advice, or what about this, or what about that? And I'm like, I give it to them and I'm like, and you have 2 years in 1 mouth, shut the fuck up and listen. Because there's always going to be people here who have done this longer than you, who know more than you. Whether or not they've seen more success than you, they still have something to teach you. Even if you don't agree with what they're saying, they have something to teach you. Like if they're telling you something and you think it's all dog shit, wait about 5-6 years and it'll click. Me and Jack were having this conversation last Saturday where he's like, it took me 9 years to realize that everything that Mr. Hughes said was right. Mm-hmm. I've always been the person where you know more than me. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. Whether I use the advice that you give me or not, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. So that's my biggest thing, is everybody has something to teach you, whether you like it or not, whether you want to use it or not. 2 ears, 1 mouth, shut up and listen.
Oh, man. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Shut up and listen, or get punched in all 3 of them. That is the final word from your boy, Treyvon Ali.
You're paraphrasing, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, man. Roosevelt, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Absolutely. My final word, and I ask this question to a lot of people every now and then, just randomly, is what is your why? Why do you get up? Why do you continue to do the things that you do? Why do you go to work every day? Why do you eat breakfast? Why do you continue to breathe? Why do you continue to live? The moment you figure out your why, you can figure out your how and when. So figure out your why so you can get to the how and you make it happen when. That is my final word for the beautiful people of the best damn wrestling podcast.
Absolutely. That is a great final word from the one and only Roosevelt. Beautiful people, if I had to give you a final word, my final word for today is don't let other people dictate what your happiness looks like. Say that again. Don't let other people dictate how your happiness is supposed to look like. Everybody's happiness does not look the same. Some people be like, oh, yeah, when I get a house, I'll be happy. And then they get in the house and they're miserable. I want to get a car and everything will be good. And then they get a car and that bitch start having problems and breaking down. You know what I'm saying? So don't let things dictate your happiness. Don't let people who feel like they are better staged in their life than you look down on you and make you feel like that your happiness is not valid, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can give a kid a piece of chocolate, they'll be happy as hell. You can give them an iPad, they'll be happy. But if you put them in a situation where you think they're supposed to be happy and they're not happy, for instance, Roosevelt, we got kids. I'm not sure if you have one yet, Trayvon, but I hope you get one soon. A big, burly, strong boy like yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I got a dog. That's it. I got a dog.
Yeah, but you see how like you'll get the kids something for Christmas, right? And you think they about to play with it, and they go and play with the same ugly shit that they've been playing with all year. And it's like, I just spent all this money on this new device, and you up here on your phone, just playing phone games. I don't get it. So,
or playing with the box.
Yeah, or just playing with the box.
Start playing with the box.
Yeah, playing with the box. You need to play what was inside the box. You know what I'm saying?
With the food line, in the box.
Right. And a lot of times we parents try to dictate what our children's happiness is supposed to look like, what things are supposed to make them happy, and it's not that. So, find things that you enjoy to do. Find pleasure in things that bring you pleasure and bring you happiness, and don't let anybody who want to look down on you and things that you find joy in to try to dictate what your happiness is. For instance, we watch wrestling. It was hard as hell being a wrestling fan growing up. You know what I'm saying? It was hard trying to defend being a wrestling fan. You know what I'm saying? No, people would never understand the joy of watching Monday Night Raw when Stone Cold Steve Austin was beating the hell out of Vince McMahon. People will never understand SmackDown when Roman Reigns had the game in a chokehold. That brings you happiness. And other people might look at it like it's fake. Why are you watching that? You need to be watching something real. No, that's my happiness, bitch. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. Don't let other people dictate what your happiness is supposed to look like. Because at the end of the day, your happiness is your happiness, and the things that make you happy and bring you joy in your life, that's going to ultimately make you a better person. So, don't let other people dictate what your happiness is supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the things you enjoy and be happy with your happy ass. That is the final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. Trey, man, what you got going on and where can the people find you?
I have changed all my socials to Black Diamond Ali. Catch me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook is Treyvon Ali.
Wait, whoa, wait a minute. I ain't gonna let you speed past that like I ain't just hear that. You got a TikTok? Hold on. There's a backstory to this. You got a TikTok?
Yes, Rose, I have a TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Can I hear this story? Can I hear it? I want to know what's going on.
So Trey is one of those little brothers that you want to lock in the closet, but you can't, or he'll get out. And he used to annoy the shit out of me sometimes. Like, he would just do shit, or he would say shit, and I'm like, Trey, for real? Like what are you talking about right now? And I can't even remember what happened, but it was something he did, and I said, you owe me. Yeah, and I'm gonna
I forgot about
that. You owe me, and I'm going to collect. And he didn't realize that he thought it was gonna be like a training session. He was like, okay, what time do I need to be at training? Like, he thought I was gonna like mollywop him through training, like run him through the damn ringer. And I said, nope, because I knew exactly how to get to him, because he hated TikTok. He could not. Don't put me on no TikTok. That was his thing. Don't put me on TikTok. So I said, Trey, come here. He said, you got to do this TikTok. He said, God, come on. I said, nope. You got to do this TikTok. So I'm going to find the video and I'm going to
post it. Did you have him dancing?
It was a horrible.
It was one of those little, yeah. And he was like, B-bo, B-bop, B-bo. Yeah, I'm going to post it. And now he got a TikTok and I'm upset because for one, I can't use it as a tactic no more now, because now you got to take it. I don't mind anymore. But I'm gonna get something. Don't even worry.
Yeah, we gotta see this dancing TikTok video of Trey Havoc. You know, doing all the outrageous ass TikTok dances.
We were in a hotel in Alabama. we were in a hotel in Alabama. And this man is like, Trey, we're going to make a TikTok. And it's me, my wife, and him. And for some reason, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. He's up. We got in at like 2 o'clock in the morning. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm up. He's in a 3-piece suit. I'm like, I don't like now this is an issue. So we're up. that early. I'm trying to get dressed so we can go to the show, and he's over here wanting to make TikToks.
He want to make a TikTok at 6 o'clock in the morning with a 3-piece suit on. Who the hell are you?
Trey, let's do a TikTok.
From
Do a
Roosevelt.
TikTok, Trey.
And I like to fight.
Yeah,
And make TikToks.
making TikToks and shit. Yeah.
On my TikTok.
We'll follow Treyvon Ali on his TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's going to be plenty of videos of him whooping ass on TikTok. So we can't wait to see that, man. Absolutely. Roosevelt, what you guys going on? And hold on, real quick. Trey, plug the show real quick.
Oh, okay. I've got We Didn't Start the Fire, Newborn Wrestling. That is Sunday, March 23rd in Knightdale, North Carolina. It's going to be me versus Joe Black versus O'Shea Edwards versus the Infinite Man Tim for the number one contendership for the Newborn Wrestling Championship, currently held by the Brute Mark James. Oh, that match is going to hurt. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to hold you. That match.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to see you take on Mark James. You know what I'm saying?
And Mark James is our guest next week, so we'll be able to talk to him about that upcoming match.
Oh, and yeah, that's right.
I would love to have you four men, you, O'Shea, Tim, and Joe, on the show before you guys have that match to kind of talk about the what it means to each individual in this match.
I'll tell you what it means to be right now. These guys are so pivotal. Like, they are so pivotal in the development and the growth of me. Like, I'll put it to you like this. Jesus had his three kings, and I'm not equating myself to Jesus. Jesus had his three kings. One brought myrrh, one brought frankincense, one brought gold. I can equate them to three kings, but instead of the physical gifts, they gave me the gift of knowledge through pain, pressure, and elevation. And you can mix whatever ones gave me what, but those guys are very pivotal to who I am today.
Oh, I could break it down for you right here. Joe Black gave you the pain. O'Shea gave you the pressure, and Tim gave you the elevation. That's easy.
Look at you go.
But hold on. But at the end of the day, Treyvon Ali is still the Black Messiah. Say it with your chest. At the end of the day, I'm still the Black Messiah. Yeah.
I need you. March 23rd, bring your ass tonight.
I got you. I got you, man. Well, we're excited to see that. Hey, look, but if you win this match, and I want you to talk real quick directly to the champion right now, Mark James. If you win this match, what does Mark James have waiting for him?
See, Mark James, I owe him one because we've wrestled one time, and he eked out a little roll-up. And I didn't know that was Mark James' style. I thought Mark James was, I'm going to beat you down and then I'm going to pin you. But he eked it out on me, and that's fine. But the person that he beat is not the same person that stands before you now. And the person that stands before you now has one goal in mind, March 23rd, and that is to become the number one contender, to become the Newborn Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And I don't ask anymore. I take.
Take that.
Absolutely. Stern words from the one and only Treyvon Ali. Real quick, Trey, can you help me end the show?
What you need?
All right. So I'm going to say we will see you next week on the next best. And I'm going to point to you. I want you to say damn. Ooh. But I want you to say damn the way that only the Black Diamond Treyvon Ali can say it. You got to reach.
Be Ron Simmons tonight?
You can be Ron Simmons. I want you to dig deep into your Ron Simmons bag.
I've been waiting for this. So let me juggle the beats.
Absolutely. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Beautiful people, best damn nation. We will see you next week on the next best shit wrestling podcast. Man, you brought the flashbacks real quick. You remember when you had to be on home when the street lights came on? I got that kind of feeling. Like, man, I'm about to get whooping. Oh man, Treyvon Ali. And listen, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, man. You definitely got to come back. And you are now a member of the best damn crew, man. So anytime that you want to come on, talk crap with us, man, you're welcome on the show, my brother. Absolutely.
Absolutely. This has been so much fun. Thank you guys for having me. I will definitely be back.
Oh man, y'all heard it first here on the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Roosevelt, real quick, man. Trayvon whooped you. He whooped your ass in that battle. I just want you to know that. Yeah, you lost that today. That's it.
Why you got to bring up old shit?
Because I do that.
He was going easy on me. He was letting me.
Nah, man, y'all, you don't go easy on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Put it like that. Man, we can't wait to see more from you, my brother. Check out the show coming up. We didn't start the fire, and you can see this epic battle between the Titans in Carolinas, man. So I'm excited for you. And like I said, man, thank you for being on the show, brother. Been a pleasure. Been a real pleasure. All right. Beautiful people, we can't hold you no longer. Follow us on all our platforms. Shout out to the truckers. Shout out to everybody overseas that watch us and listen to us in Germany. Germany been showing love to you boys. So shout out to everybody that's in Germany and listening to the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. We love y'all like play cousins. We bid you adieu.